What's up guys, I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 12 of building a city. Today we're building Costa Coffee. So, yeah. Right, let's build Costa Coffee.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Costa coffee shop for all of your city building needs. And not only will I show you how to make the outside of your Costa, but I'll also show you how to make the extensive inside of your Costa as well. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do consider subscribing.
Oh, my friend's calling me, guys.
And clicking that little
Hold
button
on.
next to the subscription button.
Hello?
As that will make sure you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's get started. So just before
What?
Hello?
Hello? What are you doing? I'm kinda in the middle of a live stream right now. Hello, William King of Blades. Welcome to live stream.
We will be needing to make our Costa coffee. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. The amount of space required to make the build is a 24 by 25 block area as represented by the white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make. If you are planning out a city, I'd always recommend it if you want to make sure that everything fits. And that's it.
What are you doing?
You have to go over all that stuff, make sure you got the fruit to make it, make sure you're ready, and once you are, we can begin. Step 1, my coffee house building friends, come all the way over to the front left-hand corner.
Are you gonna play?
Your grid. If you've made it, count to the right of this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then inwards 1, 2. We're going to start this off by placing 6 white concrete on top of each other.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to extend the 6th block backwards by 17.
Hold on. Okay, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let me check. Hello. Hello, William King of Blades. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You're good.
We're then going to extend all the way down to the ground, like this. And then we're going to add another layer of white concrete all the way around inside of this. So basically, we want to have something which should look exactly like that. And that's not all for this particular part of the build. So on this side of the build here, we want to have a row of vertical grey concrete that kind of like connects from the ground all the way up to the top of the frame, but the grey concrete wants to sit one row inside. And then we want to bring a row of red concrete forwards and to the right in relation to the grey concrete, and it wants to do the same thing like this. So you can see that we've went in and then we've came back out again. Extend the top and bottom of the red concrete to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll also want to join it together. So essentially you're making a little rectangle like this. We're going to fill the middle of that in using black concrete. Now this Costa happens to have a drive-through, as quite a few of them do, so we're going to be placing some item frames along the top row of the black concrete, and we're going to place some cocoa beans in there. Underneath these we'll be placing some signs as well, and that'll kind of just label the coffee, so like latte, like mocha, americano, you know, whatever the drink may be. On the opposite side of the sign we want another row of grey concrete, kind of like extending from the ground, connecting upwards like this, and it wants to just slot inwards as well. And then we want to grab black concrete and we want to go one row further in, and we want to do the same thing again. So like black concrete just extending further and further in. There's a lot of depth to this build, quite literally. We're going to extend the black concrete all the way to the right, and it is going to connect down where it would diagonally connect to the white concrete, but it's not there of course. We're going to place a row of black concrete underneath that top row, and then we're going to divide this little area into like that, and you can even like dig underneath the windows if you like, and you can place some black concrete in there. And then we just want to add those windows that I guess I jumped with them a little bit, but those are windows, there we go, like that. And we're going to take the top of this area, so these windows, it looks a little bit weird with 2 rows of black concrete. Well, don't worry, because all you got to do is add a few rows of red concrete until the red concrete extends outwards like this, and then you have a very modern designed looking wall. And if we just come to the front rather quickly, I want you to extend all these white concretes on the front to the right like this. You can even extend
What is that? Read the title of the video.
Along the top, and we will also have to do it just at the back as well, and that'll kind of like cement things in a little bit. I'm not quite sure what better way to say it, but you can see now that there's not really any gaps, which is kind of what we're after. So this is the initial drive-through area, pretty much. This is where you drive through, you order your coffee, or you see what you want, and then you go to the window, you ask for it, and then they give it to you, assuming that you have the money for it. Well, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start building across the back. And we're going to need grey concrete for this. We're going to extend this white concrete here, so as we look at the build like this, we want to be one row inwards in relation to the white. Depth is always important. And we want to place 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Grey concrete's extending across the width of the build, and then we're going to have 5 or 4 more rows on top, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the grey concrete will just sit one row underneath the white concrete that we have just to the right of us. So it'll just, again, it's all about depth and making sure that everything's different levels. It's not just like a big giant square or rectangle. It's really important to vary things a bit. We're going to grab the white concrete again, and this, by the way, there's no detail on this wall. We can add some later, but that'll be up to you. I'll show you what you may not want to. Well, from this grey concrete, we want to start coming towards the front of the build again. We want to place white concrete forwards and diagonally in relation to the grey, and we want to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white concretes extending up from the ground in this position. They're then going to extend forwards by 3. 1, 2, 3 like this. ground. But not only shall we join to the ground, but we'll also join together on the ground like this. And we're going to place 2 black stained glass paint on the right side here. So this is going to be drive-through window. This is where you would collect your coffee or whatever. And we're just going to place some white concrete to fill the rest of that area in. What you can also do is you can extend the top of this white concrete into the build 1, 2, 3. So to make it a little bit more square, to make it a little bit more 3D, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, like functionality. It just looks a little bit better if you do it this way. And we're going to leave the rest of it alone.
Sorry, I need to go.
Alright. Hollow, and you'll see why later. We're going to place grey concrete extending inwards and diagonally from the drive-through window. We want to have 1, 2, 3 rows, but these 3 rows actually want to extend upwards, but we're only going to extend up this first block by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, load the white concrete, and then we're going to extend this 4th block towards the front by 10. 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, let me check again. I think I didn't do that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Bye.
6.
Bye, William, King of Blades.
That will, and we're just going to make sure that we can actually do that, and that will just join all the way across to the front of the build, and it should just sit or grow inwards. Again, depth, 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 depth. And what we're going to do is extend these remaining 2 rows of grey concrete. We're going to extend and join them upwards. And we're going to grab our black concrete and we're going to place a row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 black concrete just sitting inside the row of grey, like this, extending inwards. We're then going to extend the black concrete forwards by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then join it down to the ground. We want to add another row underneath, and you're going to see some parallels quite literally to what is over there. We're going to split in half, and we're going to place black concrete, like joining together in the ground, and then we're going to have some. It's so hard to place black on black. Black glass pane. Here we go. Black glass pane joined as windows just underneath. And what else do we want to do? Well, on the front of the build, we want to add some windows and an entrance and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to extend this grey concrete that kind of connected back. We're going to join it down to the ground.
I'm back.
We're going to add
okay, welcome back, William, King of Blades.
Inside like this. What we can then do is we can grab our black concrete again, and we can place a black concrete extending to the right and inwards. We're going to go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go right by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to join down like this. We're going to add another row of black concrete underneath, join it together in the ground. We're going to add some black stained glass pane as the windows. And what else can we do? Well, this wants to be an entrance here, so I think that we're going to add just 1 row of black along the top. We're not going to add 2, and we're going to place some black stained glass paint, kind of like in like a door sort of fashion. There's a few different ways that you can do this. So you could have it kind of like open plan like this, and something that I quite like to do is I like to use like fence to look like door handles. So that's a possibility. We could have it look as though like it's like an open door. They kind of look like door handles. So yeah, that's how I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to join it at the top. It's going to look like kind of like those doors that kind of like fling open. I don't want to join it to the top because I think it'll look a little bit weird. But what we do have to do along the top is add some red concrete. The red concrete is going to sit along the upper row of black concrete, and then it is going to extend outwards to surpass it. So it's going to look a little something like this. So it's just more modern shapes. It just adds like a really nice trim for the build. Pretty much, it's just like a really nice effect. What else do we want to do? Well, I want to add the drive-through to the build, I think, and the drive-through is going to require some cyan terracotta, some oak leaves. We'll need some flowers, and not much else for the actual physical drive-through. So basically what we want to have is rows of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 going all the way around the edge of our Costa. So we want to take the most outward parts. So this, for instance, this back part here, we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 extending around it, and the same everywhere else. So no matter what, you want to take the most outer part of every side. You only have to focus on the left, right, and back. You want to take the most outer parts, and you want to dig out 4 solid rows, and I'm going to use on this occasion cyan terracotta for the drive-through materials, the road material. Now this isn't common. I usually use grey concrete for my roads, and you can see it pretty much everywhere. The only reason, and it is the only reason that I'm not using grey concrete is because we've got a decent amount of grey concrete in the build, and I don't want people to blend in too much to the road, or the road blend into the build, if you understand what I'm saying. So that is why I'm opting to use cyan terracotta instead. Other alternatives, I mean, you could use black concrete, you could use whatever you usually use as your road material, but light grey concrete's not bad as well, but it's not unusual for drive-throughs or even like businesses to have a different kind of road material anyway. So this will still connect to your city in regardless, it doesn't really matter. It's basically just so that the building pops a little bit more. It just doesn't blend into the road that we're going to be placing, which is very, very important. We don't want it to. So once you've got your like 4 rows of cyan terracotta, kind of just all like this. I'm going to add oak leaves to create a separation. This is basically just going to sit on the outside of the road. If you like, you can modify this and you can add say car parking stuff to perhaps like the right or left part of Costa. But I'm just kind of like sectioning it off a little bit. You want to also add some plant life as well. So I like having some leaves by this window here on the right and flowers to the right of it. Specifically white, because a lot of the build is quite dark, so I think the white flowers, specifically the azure bluettes, I quite like how they bunch together. They look quite dense. I think that they look really good there. Same thing here on this left side as well. And there's also a good opportunity to have them around. Oh, I guess we can stick one there too. And there's a good opportunity to have them around here. So basically just in between the road. And I know that it looks a little bit weird that we've got some like white concrete underneath the hedge. I'll probably fix that, or maybe not. I do kind of like it as well. It kind of like it just adds a little bit of extra colour contrast. So just set out front of our Costa, we need a material that we don't have. We actually need 2 things that I don't have on me. We need smooth stone and we need oak signs. The smooth stone is basically going to be the pavement material just outside of Costa. I'll show you in a second, but basically all of my city streets will be almost all of them outside businesses. Anywhere that you walk, I use Costa pretty much, and anywhere that I drive, I typically use, which you'll be able to see, I typically use grey concrete. But if I don't know if you can kind of tell from this angle, it just doesn't go together. So this is basically to help it blend into the street. And the reason that we have the signs is I actually hinted at it earlier. Yeah, I mean, this is just.
Oh, my friend's calling me, guys. Hello?
Hi.
I'm in the middle of a live stream right now.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Why are you calling me?
Can I join the stream?
You can join the stream on YouTube.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, alright, you join. I'm streaming right now on YouTube, so I need to read my comments.
Okay.
Alright. Alright guys, my friend is just gonna join, I think he's gonna join my stream. I think he's gonna watch it, I think, yeah.
Just for drinks, so like if you want to have like a mocha, I'm not going to write all of these out, and then like if you wanted to have a latte, I'm writing them all out, aren't I? And then, I mean, you could even have like tea as well, although that doesn't make sense with the coffee beans, but you guys get the idea. Like you can just write like little advertisements for what's on offer. There's not much left to do outside, but we are going to finish what we do have to do. There is a standing sign that's made out of spruce trapdoors, spruce fence gate, black concrete.
Hello, Red Killer Vlogs. Welcome to live stream. Hey, Red Killer Vlogs, aka my friend. Do you want to play like Fortnite or something when I've finished my stream? We can if you want. I'm just saying, I will play Fortnite after you when I finish this shop here. It's Costa. How about we play some Fortnite how about we play Fortnite after my stream, okay? What do you think? Do you want to play Fortnite after my stream?
Item frames, cocoa beans, and we're also going to need oak stairs and some oak.
I play Fortnite. Oh, cool. I was talking to my friend on the stream. So, did you guys like the video? If you live in Britain. If you don't, then that's okay. Because in Britain they have Costa, and I live in Australia, and I don't think they have it. Okay, we can play. We can play Fortnite once I finish my stream. Okay. All right. I'll text you when I finish my stream. All right. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my shop.
So just in front of the grey concrete here, I'm going to place spruce fence gate, black concrete on top, and I'm going to place some spruce trapdoors going all the way around. And this is basically like one of those folding signs that you kind of have just standing, and it's just going to advertise some coffee, just like that. That's all it's going to do. It just looks a little bit better. Maybe it'll have specials on it. Maybe, I mean, can you do this? Yeah, you can. So if you wanted to, you could, again, you could have like
no, I
latte,
will watch you.
Like latte, and then.
I will watch you. Okay, you can watch me. I'll tell you when when I'm finished with my shop.
Where are we? Like, you know, maybe it's like a special like £1, which would be very cheap for a latte. But you guys get the idea. We're gonna have just a little outdoor seating area. It's so.
Where is that pound sign? Where's the pound sign? Where's the pound sign? Let me do that again. Latte. Need to find that pound sign. Where is that pound sign? Oh, there it is. There's the pound sign. But the dollar sign. Now, since Costa is a British coffee shop, I'll just put a pound sign. So it doesn't matter if I put like a dollar sign on there. That won't make much of a difference. If I put a pound on there, that will make a really big difference.
Stairs. Placed anywhere around here, but I placed it diagonally away from the sign. If you want to make the chairs look a little bit fancier, oak trapdoors. If you want to put a top on the table, trapdoors here next to the oaks. Yeah, there we go. And then white carpet here just makes it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more detailed. We want to write Costa along the top of here. We want to. A sign. Now the sign is going to be made out of banners, and banners inevitably mean that we have got to do a little bit of shuffling around. I find that if you're on console, the banners are best in the first row, like from the top left corner, one row in, and then just put the dice wherever. So to make the signs, you're going to need either a loom or a crafting table. I would highly suggest the loom. Chuck down the loom, open, and we're going to place our first banner inside of the loom with some red dye. First, there is C, so horizontal row of red dye along the top, horizontal row of red dye along the bottom, vertical row of red dye on the left side. And C, new banner. This is going to be O, so horizontal row of red dye along.
Hello, William, King of Blades. King of Blades.
Red dye along the bottom, vertical row of red on the right, and vertical row of red on the left. And that is O. Brand new banner, we need to make S. That's going to be red dye along the top, red dye along the bottom, and the diagonal red from top left corner to bottom right corner. And then we have S. Now for T, so literally T, when we get inside Costa, we want to have a horizontal row of red concrete along the top, and a row of red dye down the middle. I believe I said a row of red concrete along the top. You guys know what I'm talking about, we're using the dies of course. So now for the final letter, which is A, vertical row of red dye along the onus of concrete again on the left hand side, vertical row of red on the right, horizontal row of red along the top, and a middle row of red through the middle, and that will be Costa. So the Costa sign actually sits rather perfectly with the door. So we take the left side of the door, so this black concrete on the left of the door, C-O-S-T-A, perfect, Costa. So now that we have done pretty much most of the outside, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a little bit of work on the inside, and as I walk to the inside, I like to do this. I don't know why. Whenever I talk about doing the inside, I like to walk along through like this from this kind of third person. And basically, the first one that we're going to do in here, we've got quite a few materials that we can use. We're going to use some chiseled quartz. We're going to use some red concrete. We're going to use some quartz slab. We're even going to use some black stained glass as well. And we're going to use some spruce blocks too. So some like. fence, we'll need some trap doors, and that's all we'll have out at the moment. So, step one, we are going to completely dig out the floor. Now, I have opted to use chisel quartz for the floor because it is a material that I have sort of fell in love with, honestly. I really like the chisel quartz. Plus, we might have to smooth out some walls as well, I just realised. Although, we could utilise the space that we have there, maybe to make the three slash creases look a little bit better. But I've kind of fell in love with chisel quartz. I really like the texture of it. I really like the brightness of the block. It's just like a nice bright, just a nice bright textured white block. Like, especially when you've got a really dark interior. The interior is dark because of the colours that we've chosen. Not just because it's like, I mean, literally we've got like the ceiling off. Like, we couldn't really get too much more light in here. It's a little bit dark, but that's because we've used a lot of black and a lot of dark grey as well. Grey isn't the most bright colour, so that's why I just really like some chisel quartz. I like it in ceilings a lot as well. Ceilings or floors, I'm tending to use it a lot in both. Just here too. So I do actually.
You guys can have conversations in the live chat if you want, guys. So.
Make a ceiling. The ceiling is going to sit above the windows, and it's going to be made pretty much mostly out of red concrete. Now, the red concrete, like I said, just above the windows, you want to have about 3 rows of free space in here. So, I think it's light enough that we're okay to just like, alright to just put this, to just like cut off our light source. I think that we've got enough windows that we'll still be able to see. But yeah, we just want to have all of this red concrete here. And we are going to be doing something a little bit interesting to the roof as well. So you'll see that in just a second. I want to create a skylight. How dark is it in here?
You good? Yes, I am good. I am just quiet.
So I want you to, using your red concrete, I want you to take this side of the drive-through window and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red concretes extending across. We're then going to leave a gap of 1 and place 2 red concretes extending towards the back wall. This will give us a, this basically just gives us a counter space. Now, the reason I wanted to do this now is because I actually designated this area here. I want to have a skylight, and I want the skylight to kind of run around where the actual counter space is. So basically, just the area above the counter. Really, for some reason, want to have like I just want to skylight, and the skylight is basically just made out of by the way, we're going to place some quartz slab around the hole that we've just dug. So just above that. So quartz slabs like this. Here we go. The quartz slabs are going to go around the top of the hole like this, and the quartz slabs basically sit parallel with the bottom of the counter. And then that's just going to keep things a little bit brighter. So above here, we're just going to have some glass kind of like poking in. And I know it looks a little bit messy now at the moment. And something that we can do whilst we are on the roof is we can fill the rest of the roof in with grey. Hopefully I've explained. The counter, we want to dig out the same amount of space out of the ceiling that the counter and the side of it possesses, all that space. And I want to slab around it. By the way, we're also going to have one. Area is here, but we could extend the white concrete down.
This Costa looks good. Oh, thanks, mate.
To kind of like meet the glass like this, and I don't think that looks too bad. What we could even do is kind of is do that. I don't think that looks too bad. I think that's actually kind of all right. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. I just wanted to have a skylight because now, as you kind of walk in, there's just a little bit of extra light, almost point you towards this area here. We could even maybe that's why it looks a little bit weird. We want to place a little bit of quartz slab, but that's kind of the point. So this area here, just to the left of us, is actually a designated kind of like area where you can just like grab sandwiches and cakes and stuff from, kind of like a little fridge area. I'm going to cut the area in half using a row of white concrete, kind of like this vertically. And what else are we going to do? Well, I wanted to. It's kind of strange, actually. So maybe we're going to extend the white concrete one row forwards, and then we're going to add white concrete on the right side here, and on the left and right sides, kind of like this. And then I think that I want to use some quartz stairs, some upside down quartz stairs here, to connect the two bottoms together like this. And then I want to just place some white concrete in the back. White concrete isn't a bad material. I think that looks alright, and it just looks a little bit more fridgy. You could even use maybe some like chiseled quartz. I just want it to look like racks basically. So I mean, we could even install shelves. Like we could use some like spruce trapdoor, and then we could something like that. Basically. Yeah, that looks pretty good, and then we can item frame use some like spruce trapdoor, and then we can something like that. Basically, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can item frame up a little bit, so we can put the different things in these item frames. So kind of like place the item frames here, for instance, maybe like here. Put some different things in there. Maybe put a couple of cakes like laid on there. It just looks a little bit better, I think, than having the grey background instead. I kind of want to have a cabinet here on this right side, like next to the counter. That's going to be wedged into the corner here, the black concrete in between the counter space. And I'm going to place spruce trapdoors extending upwards like this, alongside the spruce wall like that. And I'm going to place a spruce trapdoor here as well, like this. And I'm going to place an item frame in the top right corner, and just to make it look a little bit more exciting, I'm just going to use some like flower pots and some buttons, and maybe like a little bit of cocoa beans, so like cocoa beans here, flower pot, and maybe just like
What's going on? Hold on. Guys, I think my mum is, I think my parents are having an argument now. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be quick. Alright guys, I'm back.
And you could even use like an actual flower in the pot as well. That's something that you can place along the counter too, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. And can you guys tell that I'm trying my best to make as much stuff as we can before we have to swap all of these materials over. We also have to make a little counter here extending across the back of the build. That's going to be quartz slab. Oh, and we also need our oak trap doors. Quartz slab here just to create a little bit of counter space right at the back of the store here, and we're going to place an oak trap door, and we are also going to, let me designate where the coffee machine is going to go. The coffee machine is going to go right here, right in the middle. So if you just place two flower pots preemptively, like right in the middle of all of these quartz slabs, that kind of sets us up a little bit later too. We can use our pots preemptively, like right in the middle of all of these quartz slabs. That kind of sets us up a little bit later too. We can use the quartz stairs here. You can place kind of like a cash register anywhere along there. It doesn't really matter, wherever you choose. We can also use the glass pane that we have as well, and we can make some seats too. So the seats are pretty... We're going to need the oak wood stairs, and we'll need the oak fence. We're not going to give them... we're not going to... Oh, maybe we will. You maybe grab the oak trapdoors. I'm not sure if we'll use them. And also the white carpet too. So this area inside here, I kind of just want a seating area. I'm going to place an oak wood stair here and here, just alongside of the windows, and I'm just going to place some oak fence in front of them, and also a white carpet on top, just to create tables. And then I'm going to leave a gap of one, and I'm going to have the oak wood stairs come the other way. So I'm going to have a set of seats here, so that you're not kind of like face to face with somebody. We've kind of like got them in the opposite way, just like a little seating area just for the inside. I'm going to have a little bit of a glass barrier, so a little bit of glass here, just kind of like encircling this area, just kind of keeping it separate from the rest of the shop. So kind of like keeping this area a little bit separate. So a little bit of glass here, just kind of like encircling this area, just kind of keeping it separate from the rest of the shop. So kind of like keeping this area a little bit separate. And that's pretty much most of what we can do with the materials that we've had, and we've really milked all of those materials for what we can use them for. What we will now need to complete the rest of the store, ladies and gentlemen, is all of these materials that I'm now showing. On the screen. I can't promise that we aren't going to be reusing some of the materials that we already had, but these are the materials that you just need to finish off the story. A bit more detail. Alright, so now that we have all that stuff, we can get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the rather fancy looking coffee machine that I have on the back counter here, and it's quite easy to make. So above this left flower pot here that we placed earlier, place a tripwire hook. Above the right one, place a lever. On the left side, I want you to place 2 red terracotta, and on the right side, I also want you to place 2 red terracotta. I'm realizing that earlier it was probably a mistake to place these quartz slabs, so I'm actually going to get rid of them. And I guess we'll just have the quartz slabs present along the outside. We'll just have the quartz slabs kind of like extend around and connect along the counter like this. That's probably a better place for them. The reason that we want to not have any quartz slabs like that is because we want to be able to place some white carpet along the top here, along the top of the coffee machine. And just in case it isn't apparent what this thing is, we're going to place a couple of item frames just here on the right side. We're going to place a couple of cocoa beans as well. And we'll also need some stone buttons, and we can place that on the left side. So, just kind of, it just looks like one of those fancy that you see people using that I really don't quite understand. But yeah, fancy coffee machine.
Hello.
On the left
Hello,
side, I'm just going to decorate the area with some like throwing
William, King of Plates.
The occasional lantern about the place just to keep it nice and bright. Maybe some sea pickles here to represent some cups like that. What we could also do is we could grab some cakes and cookies and pie.
Cakes, cookies, pie.
And we can have like maybe some cake back here. That's half eaten. Maybe some cake back here, some whole cake. Maybe we can have a couple of them here so that people can have them. Maybe...
So much mobile.
Pumpkin pie, or you could use bread, or any sort of other material really, anything to use as a little bit of decoration. What you could even do, I mean, I only just really thought of this, so my bad, but you could have like a little area where you can get like sugar from as well.
Did you just say sugar?
Could even be here, maybe this is where the sugar storage could be, some sugar.
I'm gonna get some sugar. What the sugar? I'm gonna sugar in the toilet. I'm joking, guys.
Maybe like a countertop here or something like that. Or maybe you could have just like a couple here, like to represent there's some sugar about. Although it doesn't make any sense without a container, to be honest. You could do that anyway if you wanted to. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the only other things that we can really do is maybe like use some paintings and some sea lanterns, or then they're still referred to as sea lanterns on console. They're lanterns. They're not sea lanterns. And if you wanted to, I mean, you can just place some paintings. Like there's plenty of good places to place them. I quite like it in between. And I particularly like the 1x1s, so I kind of like him just at those spots there, maybe like here as well. I like the idea of just having paints, preferably non-repeatable. I think that there is actually just about enough to have it so that you don't have to repeat. If we get the yellow one, or that one, that's fine. Yeah, there's actually, you don't even have to repeat them at all. You can just have like a load of paintings about, maybe even hang like a lamp. Just to kind of like keep things bright too. What else could you do? I just realised we could add some carpet as well, some red about, maybe even hang repeat. If we get the yellow one, or that one, that's fine. Yeah, there's actually enough that you don't even have to repeat them at all. You can just have like a load of paintings about, maybe even hang like a lantern or two, up just to kind of like keep things bright too. What else could you do? I just realised we could add some carpet as well, some red carpet. Some red carpet just to kind of like extend to the counter here and kind of like around. I always like to add carpet, you know, in kind of like the direction that people should really be going. So I kind of like that idea. And honestly, we kind of created a really cozy coffee shop like this, guys. I mean, this is about as cozy as it gets. I don't think that it really needs any more stuff. If you wanted to absolutely fill every single crevice, then you know you could add like an armor stand. I mean, you could add, say, like a potted plant. Like you could have a fancy potted plant, or you could just have like a regular, just like a literal. Something kind of like boring, like potted plant, like just here in the corner if you wanted to. You know, however you want to do it. Just if you want to fill up absolutely every single potted plant, like just here in the corner if you wanted to. You know, however, just like a literal, just something kind of like boring, like potted plant, like just here in the corner if you wanted to. You know, however, just like a literal, just something kind of like boring, like potted plant, like just here in the corner if you wanted to. You know, however you want to do it. Just if you want to fill up absolutely every single crevice, then you're more than welcome to. But I actually think that we're sort of done here, ladies and gentlemen. I think that we've done a really good job of this. I think that it's quite detailed enough. Very well done. So this is what your Costa coffee shop should look like once it has been 100% fully completed.
We have finished a British coffee shop. I built this build because I used to live in Britain and then I moved here to Australia in 2019. So I built this for all of my British fans that love coffee. There you go. You got a Costa, and this build is hot like coffee. Hot joke. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building Costa coffee. If you did guys enjoy this video, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day guys. Peace out.